Come here, come here, come here, come here. This is knowledge that I will keep forbidden no more. This is something that is important to me. My NDA has finally expired, so this is something that I can talk about now. Who in Elden Ring is packing the most heat? Who in Elden Ring has the meatiest member? Who in Elden Ring will take home the crown of the fattest schlong? Any new viewers, this may come out of pretty left field. Why is this girl talking about Elden Ring schlongs? But if you are a long-time viewer, or even just a one-time viewer of my Twitch streams, you will know that I never shut up about an Elden Ring boss's you know what. I couldn't see shit because you're pushing me up against the wall with your penis. Every single fight, that's the only joke that I can bring to the table. So this video is something that I have needed to make to settle it once and for all. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to rank every single Elden Ring bosses and some just random characters' penis. So today I'm going to sit down and painstakingly rank every single boss and enemy's willy. For your viewing entertainment. Now, you may be asking,
but Velvet, not all Elden Ring characters have a cock.
or do they? Now, I will leave this up to your wonderful interpretation. Am I talking about an Elden Ring character's actual penis or a metaphorical penis? Okay, we are going to start with the Tarnished. And I'm saying that the Tarnished is me, the Tarnished is you, and therefore, without a shadow of a doubt, Tarnished, Elden Peen. Elden Peen, the best of the best, the creme de la creme of weenie. That is what the Tarnished has. Me and you, we're up there. We are all the way at the top. Lord of Chaos Tarnished. Now, although this is a Tarnished who has just gone down a different route, I'm saying because they are so immersed in all of this chaos that they do not have the time to think about pruning their penis to the correct degree. They don't have time to give any attention to their schlong. So I'm saying, although it's decent, I'm gonna say mean peen. It's not the worst. It's good. It's a good peen. It's a good peen. Mimic Tarnished. Now, it is just the Tarnished in a mimic form. So does that make the peenie any worse? That is up to my interpretation. And I would think, I feel like the mimic will not be in its form long enough to do any copulating. So I'm saying the mimic Tarnished is basically non-existent. Because in a way, it is non-existent. So I'm sorry, Mimic Tarnished. I know you're just the Tarnished in a mimic form, but non-existent. I'm sorry. This is using more brain power than I thought it would. Ronnie. Mommy, 10 out of 10. But Elden Peen, I wouldn't say so. I know it's pretty 50-50. You either love her or you hate her. So for that, I don't know if I can put her in Elden Peen. She's packing a fairly decent peen. It's nothing splendid, nothing to write home about. I'd say Ronnie's got an average alliance peen. She's in the average alliance. Age of Stars Ronnie. Now this, better than the normal Ronnie. Why, you ask?
Oh, why, Velvet? Why is her peenie better?
That's because she has been married. She's consummated the marriage. And that does things to a penis. So, God tier shaft. Okay, who the fuck is Renna? I literally thought Renna and Ronnie were the same person. Because I don't know who you are. Smallest ween in the lands between. Loretta, another mommy. Oh my. Okay, I'm saying Loretta is mean peen. I remember struggling with the Loretta fight, and that's just because that peen slapping me around the face. Mean peen. Same for the Royal Knight Loretta. I think mean peen as well. I'm not saying it's any better, not saying it's any worse. Still very, very good peen. Okay, now Renala. I'm thinking back to Renala's fight. How squidgy she is. How little damage she can take. Her weak ass poise. That does not strike much confidence in me to rate her with a large member. If she can take that much of a beating, that cock going limp. Sorry, Renala, choders. And I would say the same for Prime Renala as well. Being in your prime, you're not KSI. Now, Relana, that is a completely different story. Relana, that thing, ginormous. It is almost unlawful for someone to carry such meat within their pants. So, Relana, Elden Peen, without a shadow of a doubt, Elden Peen, you are up there. Radahn. Now, this is one that I find very important to me. If you have been a fan of the channel for a while, you will know that me and Radahn have history. Since even before Shadow of the Erdtree, me and Radahn have had history, a rich history. And you will remember that Radahn's wife left him. Radahn's wife left him for me. So I would say the Peenie's not looking good. I wouldn't say smallest ween in the lands between, otherwise he wouldn't have had a wife to begin with. I'd say it's basically non-existent. I'm sorry, Radon. Thinking about how weak and just... Radon, it's not there. I'm sorry. Didn't rank very high. I don't really know what the difference is between Prime Radon and Consort Radon, but I'm just going to group these two Radons together. So again, non-existent. I'll put him a bit higher. And now, Consort Radon. Oh, is it getting hot in here? Consort Radon. When I saw this man, I could not believe my eyes at the sheer hotness. Hot tea. Immediate Elden Peen. Immediate. Even though he's a fucking dickhead, he's a dickhead because he's carrying all that meat. Radon with Mikola? Oh my goodness. There needs to be a level above Elden Peen for this. Not only do we have the hottest buff daddy Consort Radon, we now have a femboy in the midst as well. Immeasurable. Going straight to the top of this. And you know what? Radon? I'm gonna put Radon there. I think Tarnish still got a bigger penis than Consort Radon, but you cannot match femboy and big buff Radon. Now, Melania, master of tucking. She was hiding that thing in the second phase. I don't want to fall into the habit of hard boss equals a big cock, because that is absolutely not what we are doing today. It is not the biggest I've ever seen, but it's absolutely not the smallest I've ever seen. I would say average alliance. Yeah, she's a cool boss. Yeah, she's very hard to kill, but that does not mean she's got an amazing peen. And I'm just going to put second phase Melania in the same place. Finlay? Who the fuck is Finlay? Never heard of you. Smallest ween in the lands between. Mikola. Mikola without Radon. Still very high ranking on the terms of the weenie scale. But I would not say Elden Peen. Yes, the femboy is magnificent. But without Radon there to boost it up a little bit, I would say mean peen. And Trina, don't remember too much. I just remember having to drink those like weird things or like eat something and then falling unconscious. If it is making you unconscious, that is mean. Again, mean peen. Mesmer. If someone has to shroud themselves in snakes, then I say that one's own snake is not up to par. Mesmer, you are in basically non-existent. There's a little something, but if you're having to compensate with all of these other snakes, then I'm saying it's not really up to the standards that I want it to be, Mesmer. Do better. And I'm putting second phase Mesmer there as well. Now, in my humble opinion, Rykard, as we know him, is just a penis himself. And I can hand on heart say that Rykard is a fucking dick. So I theorize that the Rykard that we all know and love is just one big schlong with a tiny microscopic little man attached to it. Legs, arms, head, the lot. And the snake that we see is actually just an extremely sizable member. So for that, I am going to put him in God tier shaft. What the fuck am I doing? Oh my god. What am I doing? Early Rykard, no idea. Is this before he became the massive penis we know him as? Yes, therefore, almost acceptable. He's getting there. He's working his way up to the massive penis form that we know of. Marika. I'm pretty sure that Marika got like shattered along with the Elden Ring. I am not too up to date on my Elden Ring lore, so I don't know if Marika is like the thing at the end that's all like the shattered statue type thing. If you are weak enough to become shattered, your cocketh is not the strongest. Therefore, you know what? I was gonna put basically non-existent Chode because Marika was royalty, if my mind serves me correctly. Early Marika, I'm doing you the same. Radagon, Raddy Daddy. Raddy Daddy is a pain in my ass. And you know what that means. God tier shaft. Early Radagon, the same. God tier shaft. The Red Wolf of Radagon. You are... I feel like this is just straight up like an animal. So for that, smallest weed in the land between. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, this wolf has got a hog on it. So, smallest weed in the lands between. The Beast. One does not acquire such a name without good reason. The Beast, Elden Peen. Matir, another person I've not heard of. Maybe I need to brush up on my Elden Ring lore. I'm gonna get fucking flamed for this. Smallest weed in the lands between, not heard of. Malekith. Oh my Malekith. With all the agility, in his fight for like flinging to the wall and all that. I'm saying his peenie is not massive, otherwise he'd be weighed down. There'd be no jumping around, spinning, throwing shit at you, all that. No, he'd be down on the ground, dragging his bollocks across the floor, just wishing to have a smaller peenie. So I'm saying because of that, because of all the agility, Malakath, average alliance. Same with Prime Malakath and pre-Death Rune. I'm not caught up on my lore enough for all of this. Pre-death, yep, average. Placido Sax. He has Sax in his name. God tier. That's all that needs to be said. Prime Placido Sax. Sax in the name. Flora Sax. Sax in the name. Curse you, Bale! Okay, I'm saying Bale. Despite his massive size, that is not going to skew our results here. Yes, Bale is large, but so are a lot of other people who have ranked quite low on the peenie scale. I'm saying that Bale's weenie. I'm betting that Bale's Johnson, it's not the best. It's a little embarrassing for him, you know? I'm saying Bale is going into the Chodas category. Sax in the name, Senna Sax, there we go. Sax in the name. Godwin, who the fuck is this? I don't know who half these people are. If I don't know who you are, straight into smallest weenie in the lands between. If your cock was big, I would know of you. I would have heard whispers in the wind about what you hold within your pantaloons. And I've not heard anything. No little birdie telling me. Nothing. Nada. Okay, I'm doubting if I've ever even played Elden Ring. Who the fuck is Godwin? I don't remember talking to anyone called Godwin. Smallest weenie in the lands between. I'm gonna get fucking flamed for not knowing who these like people are. Fortasax, you know where you belong. Godfrey. Oh, again, like Radahn. Straight away. Ooh. I think Horaloo. Hot man. 10 out of 10. What? All the way up there. Normal Godfrey. Mean peen. It's different when he's shirtless and when he's not shirtless. And when he's in that like bloodied rage. Where's all that blood come from, Down there? Now this may come as a surprise, but I'm saying Fire Giant's not packing. It's not awful, I'm just saying he's acceptable. He's acceptable, he's got an acceptable peenie. Felgod, who the fuck is Felgod? Why do I know nothing about Elden Ring? Felgod, small ween. I'm sorry, you probably got big ween because you're a god, but I've not heard about it. Morgott. I'm not fucking with Morgott. I'm saying Morgott, Chode. Just giving Chode energy, you know. Same with Margit. Margit, Chode. They're like twins or what? Brothers, summer Chodas forever. But Mohg, even though Mohg is also an omen, something a little different about Mohg. I'm saying almost acceptable. You could have been there, Mohg. You could have been there. But you just didn't make it into the average alliance. Try harder next time. Omen Mohg, there you go. Godric. Ugh. Moles we in the lands between. Get out. Fucking. Even if in the small circumstance where his peenie was up to par, that shit's been grafted on. That is not a homegrown peenie, and we only care about homegrown peenies. In this economy, can't be grafting no fake schlongs. Godfrey? Is that like the fucking summon version of Godfrey? I don't know, but again, too similar. Wait, Godfrey? Who the fuck is this? Godric? You look like Godric. Therefore, by association, small ween. Godskin duo. One is the shaft, one is the balls. I'm saying that's pretty good. Average alliance. Not mean, just average. Double Godskin, fat balls, average alliance. Godskin Apostle, long schlong, but too skinny for my liking. Average alliance. Who the fuck is glow-eyed? Who the fuck is this? Smallest ween. Deathbird. Ooh, there's something about Deathbird, you know. I'm saying average alliance. There's a lot of people in the average alliance, but there's more people in smallest ween in the lands between. There's a lot of people who just aren't packing enough. Twinbird, I'm gonna put you above Deathbird because Twinbird. 2 better than 1? I don't know. I'm kind of winging it at this point. I'm pretty sure this is Shabiri instead of Shabriri. I don't know. I've not played this part of the game in a little while. Almost acceptable. I don't know. Like I said, I'm winging it at this point. Dog Eater. Whoa. Okay. This is a complex character. It's not just one that I can look at and just instinctively know, you know? I'm saying that the dung eater, he spends too much time munching on the poopies to care about the state of his schlong. And I bet it reeks. So because of that, basically non-existent. Vike. I've heard the name before. Do I remember anything about them? No, not really. Smallest weed in the lands between. This is becoming a very full category. Oh, I was gonna say Sax in the name. It's Lanciax. Close enough to Sax. God tier shaft. Actually, you know what? Close enough will not cut it. Mean peen. Melina, no questions asked. Melina, Elden peen. Fucking huge, that thing. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze. Frenzy ending Melina again. Elden peen. She's willing to sacrifice herself here. I would say that is big dick energy if there ever was. Sentinel, absolutely tiny. Having to hide behind your little armored horse. Pathetic. Basically non-existent. Draconic Sentinel. Now, I would say this is better than the normal Sentinel as it is infused with draconic essence. But that does not make up for the initial lack of peenie. So I'm gonna say it's almost acceptable. It's almost there. Just a little bit more work to do. Millicent. That dick probably rotted off with the scarlet rot, so I'm saying smallest ween in the lands between. Oh, the category has grown. Fat ass category. Unlike their cocks. Gideon. This man has too much time to ramble, too much time to study. I'm saying pretty small. He's in the Choders. Nefeli. We all like a girl who can take charge. So I'm saying Nefeli. Mean peen. Not in the average alliance. She's better than that. She will fight for you. She will fight with you. Yura. Yura. Where to put you? I'm not getting any massive dick vibes, but I'm also not getting any small dick vibes. So I'm going to say average alliance. Eleonora. Now, someone who has to have a double-ended sword. I'm saying compensating for something, you know. So Eleonora, Choders. It's not minuscule, but it's just not good enough. Okina. Don't really remember this character. I do remember the fight, vaguely. Just not that memorable, so I'm gonna say basically non-existent. Like my memories of you. Same with fucking Bernal. What kind of a name is Bernal? Smallest ween. Tiny Willy. Blade. Now, although I said earlier I'm not ranking no wolf dick, Blade different. Human enough. I'm putting Blade in the average alliance. Baleful Shadow, holy shit, I remember this being a hard ass fight for me for some reason. So because of that, because of the sheer willpower Baleful Shadow has, I'm saying mean peen. Who the fuck is Yui? Uai? EJ! EJ, I thought it was I can't read. EJ. Oh, I know who EJ is. EJ, massive schlong energy. What a nice guy. You know what? Sometimes good personality also equals good dick. So I'm saying God tier shaft. Alexander. Okay, Alexander. Definitely 100% Elden peen. That is a guy with a menacing cock. A heart of gold and a cock of pure steel and brawn. Selen? Who the fuck is Selen? Celine? Smallest ween in the lands between. Rogier. Rogier. Not inspiring too much within me, but also, I wouldn't say he has a chode. I'm saying average alliance for Rogier. Fia. Now, this is a woman who is not afraid to touch you. And let's just say I was happy to feel the touch of a woman. So, for Fia, I'm gonna say, oh, this is a hard one, you know. Fia. You wouldn't be willing to hug you if she had the smallest ween in the lands between. But also that goes both ways. Would she be willing to hug you if she had an Elden peen that could just knock you out instantly? So I'm saying average alliance for Fia as well. Who the fuck are these people? Are these like the bell bearing people where you get like D's bell bearing? They've got D in their name and I think they earned that name fair and square. So even though I don't really know who they are, mean peen, mean peen. One does not just get D in their name for no reason. You know, Hugh. Hugh. Hugh sounds pretty similar to huge in my opinion. And me and Hugh, just like me and Radon, we've got a history. Before I was infatuated with Radon, I was infatuated with Hugh. So I'm saying because of that, he is in God tier shaft. Shaft. Why did I go so British then? God tier Shaft. Oh yes, my darling, give me a spot of tea with that spotted dick of yours. Roderica. Like I said, cursed to be British. Accent way too British for my liking. Chode. British people aren't packing. Raya. Who the fuck are you? Smallest ween in the lands between. Tanith? Who the fuck are you? Small Willy. Get your Willy up. Ayeta. I remember the name, but who the fuck are you and what do you do? I don't fucking know. Oh, no. I got like the ghost of a memory for a second. Ayeta. I don't know. I don't remember. But it feels wrong to put you in the smallest ween in the lands between. I'm going to put you in basically non-existent. Oh, I don't know. Leader. Oh, this feels wrong to rank them without really knowing who they are. I'm going to get fucking flamed for this. Leader, you don't look like you got a small cock. I'm going to put you in basically non-existent. I'm so sorry. It's there. And that's all that matters. Freya? Who is Freya? Who the fuck are these people, man? Okay, Freya, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to do this to you, smallest ween in the lands between. Anne's back. This is someone who I actually know who it is. Holy shit. I never thought this day would come. I actually know an Elden Ring character. What the fuck? I'm gonna say you're not in the average lines. You're above that. You have a mean peen. You got a nice set of armor as well. Teolia. Now, when I think of Teolia, I think of a meek, feeble man. And when I think of a meek, feeble man, I'm not thinking of no hog. So I'm gonna say Teolia Choda. Like I said, summer. There's a little something, but it's not enough to be almost acceptable. Divine Lion. Now, if I remember correctly, the Divine Lion is just numerous people all in like a lion suit. And the people don't necessarily look big and strong and like they'd be packing heat. So, Divine Lion, even though it's kind of cheating that this is all multiple people, I'm going to put you in smallest ween in the lands between. Similar to Godric. Like, it's not your own peen. You are not the lion. You are a bunch of people in a lion costume. So it's not your own peen. Hippo's packing. 10 out of 10, Hippo's packing. Midra, oh my god. If there is a character that I hate, it is fucking Midra. Even though I hardly even struggled in the fight, it pissed me off exponentially. But I'm not just gonna slam him in smallest ween in the lands between because me and him have had a disagreement. That would be unfair. I'm saying Midra, it's pretty okay. It's almost acceptable. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what the last things are. They seem more like concepts than like actual things you encounter in the game. Maybe I've just not played the game good enough. I think that's what I'm learning. I think I have not played the game to a full enough extent because like these just don't really seem like things in the game. I'm leaving the tier list at that. It feels wrong to put all these people in smallest ween in the lands between. So I'm leaving the tier list at that. Do with this tier list as you will. Do with this knowledge that has been hidden away under lock and key for so many years. Do with it as you will, dear viewer.